Hello, I'm Jason Livanis, back for another installment to Janet Hickox's Human Design page. I hope everyone is well. I realized as I was beginning this video that I look sort of like a disembodied egghead, and so that's the look we're going to go with this week, and as well as my black fingernail polish from Halloween. I hope everyone had a wonderful Halloween. I know I did, and so I am going to jump right into this week's energetic human design scenarios. Janet tells me that there's an interesting thing happening with the Sun and Mercury. Both are moving into gate 44. So when we do get to Mercury, you will know that it's going to have extra push to it. The Sun is in gate 44, and she talks to me about the fact that there is fears of the past. And we all have some things from our past that perhaps give us trepidations. Understandable. It also discusses, repeating, or the fear of repeating things from our past. So the first card that I pulled, and we will see right here, is, if you can all see that, the Knight of Discs. And if you look at him, he's standing on this rock, right? He hasn't lost hope, but he's standing on the rock, and there are all these eyes watching him, and he's actually covered in mud, and he's looking downward, and he's quite tired. The name of this card is the Healer. It's asking you to look at things from your past and move forward from them and heal yourself. He is exhausted, which I'm sure a lot of you can probably relate to. Interestingly enough, it's a very visceral, earthy card. So it talks about being connected to the earth, to the rock. It talks about, as the gate does, talks about sort of a sense of smell and being able to intuit feelings and thoughts about people. So the long and the short of it is, this is a card that's merely recognizing the energy. And a lot of times it is saying to you to heal yourself by looking at your past and going forward, learning from your past so that you don't go around exhausted. Next card that we have is for the Earth, and this is a card called Losing Control. And I love this card when I get it because it has a couple dual meanings. However, with the Earth in gate 24, which is about connecting to the past. The first one was fear of the past. Now this one is connecting to the past. And you'll see here with this, the Seven of Cups, it just looks like Mardi Gras. It looks like total chaos, mouths and yelling and party. This has a lot to do with an influx of many thoughts at the same time. When she says to me it's about connecting with the past, what this card is saying to me is, some people are doing with this energy, will be doing a huge review of their life and their past lovers and their past jobs and their involvement with family and all of this stuff, and it can become a bit of a cacophony. A lot of times the card can refer to going to parties and dealing with excess, but really what this card is saying is you have to let go. When you're connecting with the past, that you have to let go of the stuff that's not serving you. Otherwise, if you don't, this party will get out of control. It will start ruling your head and your mind and your body and all of that. So the other one was fear of the past. This is connecting with the past. It could indicate as well that this period will be very, very busy and sort of chaotic for you. Baby steps. Baby steps is the motto for both of these cards. And do not try to escape some stuff from your past that you need to address. So everybody, put their big boy pants on, get to the table, and sort through what can be a chaotic situation. And that's what's going on with the Sun and the Earth. The next card, which is for Mercury. Mercury also going into gate 44. So again, energized and getting sort of a double whammy energetic exposure from the Sun, is a very seductive card. And she's a very beautiful card. It is the Moon card. It is the card that we talk about the moon being, which is the ruling planet of Cancer. Look at her. She's beautifully dressed. She has this circle of energy around her, more circles with the moon, and she is very beautiful with her makeup, and she's a beautiful face. She's standing on the water, and she's going like this. She's the seductress. What story are you telling yourself? That's what Janet asked me. And she's asked me that question before in our private coachings. And she has been very helpful with me trying to create a new story so that you don't get stuck in the past story, which might not be the most beneficial to you. Because at the end of the day, if you believe in certain basic premises of metaphysics, which is we live in a vacuum universe, what we pay mind to here, what ideas, what philosophies, what thoughts we have about ourselves and our surroundings gets pushed out to the universe, and the universe says, okay, great, gives us more of that reality, So if you're telling yourself poo-poo caca, if your story is one of being a victim, if your story is one of being entitled, if your story is one of wanting to be rescued, if your story is one of blame, the verbs right there, then you're going to bring more of that into your life. It's just the way it goes. And yes, it has feelings of The Secret in it. However, it is true that what we pay mind to and attention to tends to be manifested, and we create and have more of that. Now, on the upside, for all of you fantastic people out there who have really wonderful lives that are clicking along and they're exactly what you want, keep telling yourself that story. By all means, don't stop, because that is what's helping you create more wonderfulness in your life. So this is a wonderful card, but it's a double-edged sword. You got to be careful about the story you're telling yourself. So that's what's happening there. And knowing that the Mercury is going from Gate 44 into Gate 1, which is all about your life purpose. Make it your life purpose to tell yourself the right stories, because that's important. Telling yourself the right stories, creating more momentum for this positive manifesting in the future. The last energy that we will discuss today is Venus. And it's going into Gate 26, which from what I understand is referred to as the trickster. Although at this moment I'm not going to talk so much about it being a trickster, as what I'd like you to think about is that this energy is sort of like a much-needed shot in the arm. Some of the people who might not be decisive, who might not have willpower, who might not have determination in their lives, with this energy will have access to that. So, all of you meek individuals, now's your time to shine. Now is your time to say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you're going to feel like you have the energy for it and the right attitude for it. So the card that I picked, as you can all see here, is the Knight of Swords. And you look at him, he's an angel, and he's radiating this wonderful sort of energy. But you see in the back here, there's a circle, it's a little wobbly, and you see his stance. He isn't exactly, dun-ta-da, he's more like, oh. This card's name is Keeper of the Ancient Faith. So it refers to the energies from your ancestors that are working with you. It refers to you needing to make sure that you practice certain rituals that are affirming to you. And you can see here that he's a little wobbly, like I mentioned before, and that at first, it might not be a comfortable situation for you, for all those people who don't have a lot of will, determination, and courage, to pick up that sword and really start to say, no, I deserve this. I am going to work on this. I'm going to make the right choices given what the universe is putting in front of me, especially if you're a generator like me, responding to it properly and having the courage to do so. One of the other things that I didn't talk about in this card, when we talk about the sun, is that it asks you in a major way to get in touch with your body. Your body knows best. It talks about getting involved with esoteric impulses, these urges, which Janet is always discussing with me in order to make the right decisions in my life to become empowered. That it's not coming from here 9 times out of 10, that you have to make sure that you're not making things happen, that you're coming up with the what, the how, and the when the universe will provide, but you have to know how and when to respond to it. So that is what I have to say about this week's energies. In the recap, we have this wonderful Knight of Discs for the Sun. We have this chaotic Earth, remembering what has been in your life. We have this Moon card for the Mercury scenario, going into the other gate from 44 into 1, talking to you about being distracted, talking to you about making sure that you tell yourself the right story. And then this wonderful shot in the arm, which is fantastic, to say be courageous and be determined and be willful. You have access to that power for this energetic period. So that's all I have for you this week. If you would like a psychic tarot card reading with me, you can get in touch with me at zenstaging@gmail.com. Thank you, Janet, for the time, as always. Thank you, viewers, for watching my video upload, and blessed be. Bye for now.